Barbershops and salons may be allowed to reopen sooner than planned if these establishments can implement strict health protocols to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. National Task Force Against COVID-19 Chief Implementer Secretary Carlito Galvez says an accreditation or audit system will have to be coordinated with the Trade Department, local health and safety officials, and the Interior and Local Government Department. Government guidelines say barbershops and salons can only open in areas under General Community Quarantine or GCQ status. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana said Saturday, May 23, Metro Manila will more likely be placed under GCQ by June 1. Meantime, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque claims on Monday, May 25, the Philippines not only reached but exceeded its target testing capacity of 30,000 per day. But Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere clarifies the figure claimed by Roque only refers to the estimated maximum capacity of all licensed labs in the country, not the actual tests done. Vergere also notes this figure can be reached only in ideal conditions and does not account for several factors that can affect the operations of each lab. Latest data from the Health Department show the number of samples tested daily hit 8,179 on May 20 and 8,283 on May 23, well below the 30,000 tests. A social weather station survey shows 87% of Filipinos are worried about being infected with the novel coronavirus. This is greater compared to previous viruses such as Ebola, swine flu, bird flu, and the severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS. As of Monday, May 25, there are now 14,319 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country, with 873 deaths and 3,323 recoveries. President Rodrigo Duterte orders all overseas Filipino workers stuck in quarantine in Metro Manila to be brought back to their home provinces by the end of the week. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque adds Duterte authorized the Labor Department, Health Department, and the Overseas Workers Welfare Agency to use all government resources, including those of the military, to facilitate the transport of OFWs to their hometowns.
Ang sabi po ni Presidente, kung hindi po sapat ang mga pribadong bus, eroplano at barko, pwede rin pong gamitin ang mga barko at eroplano ng hukbong sandatahan.
Over 28,000 OFWs have returned to the Philippines. They had to undergo testing and the mandatory 14-day quarantine, but delays in the release of test results caused them to remain in quarantine for far longer than 14 days. Some workers have been stranded in Metro Manila for over a month now. Caloocan Bishop Pablo Virgilio David, Vice President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, contradicts a viral social media post claiming it is invalid for Catholics to watch replays of masses during the coronavirus pandemic. David is reacting to a viral post attributed to 3 Catholic priests, which claims the blessing of the Mass is only at the moment when it was live-streamed, and not the replay. Bishop David says it is a ridiculous issue to raise in these abnormal times. He explains that while nothing can replace physical masses, Christ can transcend time and space, especially for those who desire his blessings. Father Genaro Diwa, an expert on church rituals, echoes David, saying replays are genuine sources of spiritual nourishment in these difficult times. Police fired tear gas and water cannons at thousands of Hong Kong pro-democracy protesters Sunday, May 24, in one of the most intense clashes since the coronavirus pandemic hit in 2020. The protests come after Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi insisted the controversial security law proposed by China must be imposed without the slightest delay. Protesters say the proposal can spell the end of the city's treasured freedoms. Police say at least 180 people were arrested on Sunday. Meantime, a video of Hong Kong protesters beating a lawyer becomes Beijing's propaganda fodder against the city's pro-democracy movement. The video, shot on Sunday's protest, shows a man with blood on his face scrambling to escape some half a dozen protesters who were kicking and hitting him with umbrellas. Actress heart Evangelista dispels rumors she was pregnant. In a tweet Saturday, May 23, the fashion icon says, "I am not pregnant. I'd like to set the record straight. It is a sensitive topic for me." While it is unclear where the rumor started, her statement clarifies it's not cool to assume people are pregnant, especially when it involves someone who's had to deal with recent loss. Hart is married to former Senator and now Sorsogon Governor Chis Escudero. She was pregnant with twins in 2018 but lost both 3 months into her pregnancy.